No time is a good time for goodbye. That song has a lot of meaning for this stream in more ways than one. And if you've been a part of my community for a while, you're going to understand parts of it and some parts you won't. But even if you're new, you'll get a lot of great value from this stream. So let's get things rocking and rolling. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. I'm back. Live here on YouTube. And this stream is not being simulcasted on Facebook because it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for them. This is more of a stream primarily catered to YouTube. So, if you're on the Facebook side of things, which you're not going to be able to hear this anyway, but if you're following me on YouTube, make other people aware that are on Facebook that if they want to get everything, they got to subscribe. They have to come over here and subscribe to the Agrippa on Live channel and bang the bell, select the notifications, and you'll get everything. But anyway, before we get started here today, and I'm not going to be on too terribly long because just over 2 hours, I'm going to be doing a Walking with Purpose stream with a great topic. I'll get to that in just a second, but let me make sure the notification has gone out on YouTube, and it absolutely has. And the back end of YouTube seems to be rolling smoothly. The stream I'm going to be doing at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be a Walking with Purpose stream. And it's going to be titled Taking Care of Yourself Mentally, Emotionally, and Physically. People have requested some fitness topics, and I'm going to combine three aspects, the three most major aspects that will give you the best shot at accomplishing whatever it is you want to accomplish in life. Taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically. That's coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, only here on YouTube. I will share this out on Facebook, but the Walking with Purpose streams, there's no way for me to simulcast them over there, so they're only out here on YouTube exclusively. So stick around for that. But yeah, let's get right to it. Hello, Angels Asylum. Yeah, I know you're from the Lycan Theory side, and that's okay. I think we had a good night last night. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. I'm sure you're curious to hear what I'm going to say. And as always, I'm going to be honest and transparent. Who called for a doctor this time? Queen, don't worry about it. It's all good. Queen, you're going to love this. Queen, you've been a part of this for over a year now, and let me tell you, it's all good. It's all good, Queen. Who called for a doctor this time? You like the background? You like the background? This is a doctor that is, springing through a laptop screen, right? Springing forward through a laptop screen because this particular doctor, a former doctor, I guess, he's been in big trouble. We'll share a little bit more about that in a little bit. He's been a huge internet troll. And that laptop has been his best friend for the last 4 years, trolling people out here on YouTube and doing his best to remain anonymous. But we found out, who he is. And many people out there still don't believe that it's actually him, but it is him. I'll share more about that here and catch everyone up with what's going on and how this has affected me and what I've done to overcome it. The moral of this story is that if you have emotional strength and you have very thick skin, when you're dealing with people like this, they're not going to run you off of YouTube, right? This guy tried everything to run me off of YouTube. He did a stream for the first time in a while earlier this morning. And he didn't primarily cater that stream to me. He primarily catered it to another woman, a woman I was talking about last night. The Lycan Theory channel's girlfriend. I'm not going to mention her name. I want to be respectful here. I'm sure I could probably say her first name and it wouldn't be a big deal because this is in the right context, and I'm actually on her side regarding this. but I'm still going to, this is my monetized channel, folks, so I'm going to present this material in ad-friendly ways and abiding by community guidelines, copyright guidelines, and also privacy guidelines as well. So hey, it's one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to share names. And even though these names are publicly available and they probably wouldn't win a privacy complaint, I just don't want to deal with that stuff. I don't. I just want to keep the hassle of running this channel to a minimum. So that is that. So Angel says, I'm my own person. I get along with everyone. That's great. I'm the same way, Angel. I'm the same way. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. We should all learn to get along with each other. It's just we have some people in this world that are very insecure and immature and mentally and emotionally unstable. And, that's why they try to bring people over to their side. Because when they see people like us that are happy, healthy, and we love ourselves internally, they get jealous and they wish they could be like us, right? So what do? They try to kick us down to their level so that way they can feel better, right? That's just the way it goes. I've said that time and time again, and that's just the truth. Those are just the facts, right? So yeah, so the title of this stream is "The Doctor Wants My Attention, so I'm going to life coach him for free." One more time. The doctor wants my attention, so I'm going to life coach him for free. First and foremost, let me respond to this before people go crazy and start to question it. I brought back Coach Eli. I decided to bring back Coach Eli after lots of feedback from people that have been following me for a while and actually respect my work and respect who I am. They continue to call me Coach Eli. And that's what I actually am. But again, a title doesn't define me or doesn't define anyone. It's who you are and, how you get along with people and what you do to help people, right? I mean, I can call myself anything. And as long as, I'm somebody that people want to take advice from or be friends with or whatever, it doesn't really matter. But, I talk with people behind the scenes. I call people and they call me Coach Eli. They're used to it, right? And it's a pretty well-branded name. And despite the fact that there's a lot of negative content from the past on me that's searchable through the Coach Eli term, that's okay. Everyone in this world that has put themselves out in the public arena to create something, in this way through the media has been scrutinized. Everyone they've all been doxxed, they've all been harassed, they've all been attacked by the court of public opinion. That's a part of the game. And you have to learn to deal with that and move past that. You have to expect that when you put yourself out in the public arena, whether it's YouTube or even, back in the days before YouTube, we had Hollywood, right? Which Hollywood's kind of almost dead now. Now YouTube's like the new Hollywood, right? But going back to the Hollywood days, the paparazzi would, they would follow the stars, right? And, people would find out where they live, right? So there's no difference being out here on YouTube as a public figure than a Hollywood star used to go through, right? Yes, I'm back, Guy Friendly. I'm back. Because the bottom line is, it doesn't matter, what I call myself. It matters what I do, how I treat people, and how I help people, right? And if I focus on people that want my help or enjoy my content or a combination of both, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if a group of people say that you're not a coach and you got rid of your coaching title because you wanted to talk smack about people on the internet without repercussion. No, if I want to talk smack about people, it doesn't matter what my title is. I would prefer to not talk smack about people. That's not the kind of person I am. Okay? But what I do is I do respond to things and I give my opinions, right? I'm not just a coach. I'm also a YouTuber. And I have my opinions about certain things that are happening on this platform. And I want to share those stories with you folks and share my opinions so we all can learn from them, right? It's all about experiences, right? So let me get to the chat here and I'll share with you folks what's going on. And at the top of the chat I put, Doctor, doctor, can't you see I'm burning, burning? Remember that Thompson Twins song? Doctor, doctor, can't you see I'm burning, burning? Oh, that guy's going to be so triggered. Doc, are you going to be triggered? I mean, it sounded like you were already really triggered on your stream this morning, right? And I didn't even know about your stream. And I'll mention this. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I didn't know about your stream until the Like in Theory girlfriend messaged me. She actually sent me a PayPal donation to get a message through. Ma'am, I'm going to unblock your main email from my Coach Eli at Coach Elias Melas account once the stream ends. But the other email I've been sending you emails from is not blocked. You can send emails there now. And after this show ends, give me 10, 15 minutes after this show ends, and you'll be unblocked. I'll explain more about that in a bit. But she made me aware that he did a stream, and he was more so talking about her. And the reason is because both this woman and I, part of what we were working together on during 2020 was getting a restraining order on this guy. We have a civil harassment order on this guy, right? Right. And if you're wondering if we have a civil harassment order about this guy, why are we talking about him? Shouldn't we be quiet? Well, we want to be quiet, but this guy just doesn't stop, right? This guy just doesn't stop, right? He keeps talking about us. So we're going to raise awareness, right? Just like you say, Doc, right? Raising awareness, right? You make fun of me and my voice when I say we're raising awareness about you. So you come back and say, well, we're going to raise awareness about Eli. You know, how he's not a real life coach and this and that, right? That's all you have to come back at me with, right? So that's the beginning of the story there. Let me get through the chat and I'll share more. Lewis Fuller says, good afternoon, host. Just gave you a like. Thank you, Lewis. Lewis says, I'm back. From the National Weather Service, they confirmed that there were 15 tornadoes that hit Texas yesterday. Wow. Texas has been getting hit hard with severe weather this year. Wow. You know, first you have this sub-zero weather there, and you had power issues and water issues, and now you have tornadoes, a lot of them. Wow. Be careful, bro. Be safe, all right? Queen Helen Case says, I am here. Hey, Queen, welcome to the show. Lewis Fuller says, yes. Angels Asylum. She says, hello, everyone, with the clapping emoji. Lewis Fuller, hi, everyone. Queen Helen Casey, who called for a doctor this time. Already talked about that earlier. The doctor called me. The doctor wants my attention, Queen, so I'm going to life coach him for free. No problem. I love helping people. I love helping people become better people, right? And become emotionally stronger, right? I'm going to help the doctor, okay? I'm going to help the doctor with his emotional issues. And he'll probably get triggered, you know, as he always does. I've triggered him many times in the past, right? I even triggered him so much last year that he came out on camera and showed his face, but he was covered up with a mask, and he was wearing this fake wig with what do they call those, Jerry curls? Like he had like curly hair, right? Like nappy hair or something like that. It was hilarious, right? He'll be triggered, right? But eventually the doctor's going to run out of gas, and he's going to just become emotionless because, you know, if you get triggered too often, it wears you down to the point of where like you have nothing left in the tank, right? So I'm just trying to help the doctor get to that point a little bit quicker so he can become a better human being, right? Right? That's what it's all about. 8-Ball Jackson in the house. Hello, everyone. Lewis Fuller says, hi, Angels. Queen Helen Casey, I thought maybe somebody was sick. That's why I asked. No, this is the actual doctor that has been trolling us, Queen, especially myself and the Like in Theory channel's girlfriend, okay? And like I mentioned, both myself and the Like in Theory channel's girlfriend, we both have a civil harassment order on this guy, a restraining order. Angels Asylum says, I haven't had that experience with anyone, so I don't know. Okay. 8-Ball Jack, life coach him up the up the culo, up the rear end. Yeah, I really hate that. I have to choose my words carefully on a monetized channel. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But you know what I'm saying. Angels Asylum says clap 8-ball. Looks like they're all on the same side. That's great. That's great. Guy Friendly once again says Coach Eli is back. Yep. I mentioned why I'm back a second ago. I decided to do it. It was an overwhelming demand by people on my channel that have been a part of this channel for the right reasons for quite some time. So, and again, look, folks, when you're dealing with me privately or publicly, you can call me whatever you want. If you want to call me Coach Eli, call me Coach Eli. That's what I do. That's who I am. But you can just call me Eli. Okay? That's not a big deal. But I did it because it was an overwhelming demand from the people. That's what they wanted. But I'm still going to be revamping my business model. And I'm in the works on doing that with my friend that owns the marketing company that sponsors this channel. Speaking of my sponsor, it's Troy Brewer, the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network. If you want to find more information about the Discover Community Network, just go to the description about a third of the way down, and you'll see a couple links there. I'll be sharing more about it once we figure out how we're going to promote this better, either through a bumper or a better message that's more streamlined, because I'm trying to streamline my streams to get to the point sooner, because our attention spans are the size of a peanut nowadays, right? And then people will just leave, right? You don't get to the point quickly. Who is this doctor? Is this a medical thing? No, this is a troll on YouTube. This is a guy that's been trolling YouTube for the last 4+ years. And he used to troll under the name Trim Hits in a former community I used to be involved called MGTOW, which stands Men Going Their Own Way. A group of men that have decided that the downside risk of dating women during this day and age of modern day feminism is too great. The risk is too great. The stove is too hot with modern day no fault divorce laws, meaning that women can go and cheat on you and still take half your revenue or half your worth, right? And the same thing, on the flip side, there are some women that are the breadwinners, and if men cheat, there's no fault divorce pretty much everywhere in the U.S. and they'll get half of your stuff. I've dated women that have gone through divorce that were the breadwinners and had half their money taken, right? Because it was all acquired during the time that they were married, right? So this guy, was a troll, and he used to go around saying stupid, quirky things like, Coach Eli has his butt cheeks spread wide apart. He would say the other word. I don't want to say it, right? He would say funny things like that, right? And I thought it was pretty funny, right? But we had no idea who this guy was during that time. He was kind of like lightly trolling, but he was trolling a lot, and he had many accounts, right? So that's the beginning of the story. There's a little bit more, and I'm going to streamline it as best as possible, right? 8-Ball Jack, that guy friendly, he was born to help people. Well, thank you, 8-Ball Jack. Let's see here. Let's see. Angels Asylum, I think the doctor will join the panel in a bit. No, the doctor will not be joining the panel. Nope. No, he won't. No, I'll never bring the doctor on here ever again. He came on this channel about 1.5 years ago, before we found out who he really was, right? Keep her blocked, says Queen. Rosebud, a.k.a. Pammy. Why do you have the Z's? If this is boring to you, ma'am, you can just leave. You don't have to be here. But thank you for the view. I appreciate it. Guy friendly. So there's the Lycan guy and the doctor guy and the Lycan guy's girlfriend. You're really popular, Coach Eli. It's not about being popular, bro. It's about getting information out and helping people. But I appreciate what you're saying, bro. It's not a popularity contest for me. I don't look at it that way. If I wanted to make it a popularity contest and do something different, I would have been further ahead than I am now. But this is what I enjoy doing. I enjoy helping people. But yeah, I get it, bro. I get it. I appreciate what you're saying, but it's not a popularity contest for me. It's not. 8-Ball Jack, is that the lady who bangs her head on the steering wheel? Well, I don't want to refer to her as that. But yes, that is the one that did create that video, right? And, she sent me a couple of emails and she told me that it doesn't bother her anymore. She's not letting these people get to her. If you missed my stream from last night, I pretty much had some nice things to actually say about Jamie and her, because I finally realized what was going on. I'm not going to go into it here. If you want to find out more, go back and watch my previous stream before this one, and you'll hear the story. And that's why we're even here to this day. That's why the doctor ended up doing this stream. And he stopped he mentioned me. He's still coming at me, but he's more so coming at this woman now, because I was on Like in Theory Jamie's panel last night, and this woman, his girlfriend, was there, right? And again, Like in Theory's, girlfriend and myself, we both have civil harassment restraining orders on this doctor guy, right? And because she asked me, hey Eli, before you go, tell everybody, who is Trim Hits and Ronaldo Smith Jenkins. This doctor guy has had many aliases out here. His most known one is Trim Hits, right? But another one is Ronaldo Smith Jenkins. Okay. And I said, they're both the doctor. I mentioned his actual name on that stream. I won't do it here because I don't want to give this guy any reason to flag me for privacy, right? So that's another part of the story there. But yeah, look, we've all done some things out here on YouTube that, we regret and that we're not happy about, right? But you live and learn. I'm actually proud at the fact that she doesn't let that video bother her anymore. And I even told her when we used to be friends in 2020, when we were working on these projects together, including getting civil harassment orders on this guy, I even told her, I said, you know what? You should look at that video as a self-harm video, as an educational video. You put yourself through this and you learned from it and it made you stronger, right? And I honestly mean that. I think she understands that. I'm sure you're watching now, ma'am, because you love this stuff. you love it. But yes, respectfully, you can turn it around and flip it on these trolls like I have, which I think that's what you're doing now, by embracing that video and saying, yeah, I banged my head on the wheel. I was having a moment. I go through things, right? But now I'm looking back and I'm saying, hey, I own it. I did that. But now I want to show people that, hey, you're going to have moments like these where you're going to contemplate certain things, but you don't have to do it. You're much better than that, right? It can be considered an educational self-harm video. Preventing self-harm, right? Louis Flores says, yes, I am okay. Didn't hit my area. Thank God. That's good, Louis, that the hurricanes or tornadoes didn't hit you. Guy Friendly, if that's true, maybe 8-Ball, maybe she needs coaching too. I'm not going to say whether she needs coaching or not. That's on her. I don't say whether anyone needs coaching or not. It's up to people if they want coaching. That's on them. Have I gone at the trolls and say that they're mentally and emotionally unstable and yes, they could sure use some coaching? Yes, but they're not open to it. You have to be open to the help before anyone can help you regarding anything you need help with, right? So, 8-Ball Jack says, at Guy Friendly, Eli could help Lycan's group of misfits if they were open to it. I could. And quite frankly, here's the thing. I honestly think, this is humbly speaking, right? And I'm going on Jamie's show tomorrow on his Punkstatic channel because he wants to run the show on a monetized channel. Even though this show has nothing to do with Punkstatic art and entertainment, he has super chats there, and that's fine. Not a big deal, James. I understand. I get it. Honestly, I honestly feel, and I'm not trying to take credit for this, I honestly feel I have made a big difference in their lives. I'm going to say more indirectly. I did directly try to help them because I care about people in general, but they weren't open to the help. But maybe indirectly, they've now seen the light. And I think what happened now after I saw what, Jamie did last night, stand up for his woman, we call it white knighting, right? It was warranted white knighting. And I actually respect him standing up for his woman. I do. Go back and watch that previous stream and hear the whole entire story. There's a lot to it. I don't want to explain it here again. It'd be a rerun, and it's not part of the show, but go back and watch that previous video, that live stream I did yesterday. It's like an hour and 20 minutes, I think, or something like that. But you can skim through the parts to get to those parts anyway. Guy Friendly, if he is a doctor, should he be treating patients instead of bothering Coach Eli's YouTube channel? Well, here's another part of the story. As we go through the chat, I can tell the story. This is great. Engage the chat and continue with the story. Some people know it, some people don't. So this guy was trolling. Next thing you know, this guy comes on my channel a year and a half ago by the name of Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, not his real name, right? He says he's this black guy from Michigan or something like that, right? I'm like, all right. He wanted to come on my panel, right? I said, I don't talk to anybody on my panels until I get to know them behind the scenes. We did have a private call through Hangouts, right? Google Hangouts. That's what we used to use before they shut it down to broadcast live streams on YouTube. And now we use StreamYard. But Hangout's still around. You can still make calls through it. So I talked with this guy, Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, not knowing that this guy was also Trim Henson, the doctor at that time, right? Same person. We had a 1-hour conversation while I was walking at the park, and it was interesting because nobody had talked to that guy privately before, right? Then I brought him on my panels, right? A few times I moderated him on my channel, right? Next thing you know, a few weeks later, another group of people that are a part of the community of this other YouTuber from Canada named the Mad Shangy. His name is Patrick, the Mad Shangy. His girlfriend did an email search and found out that the Trim Hits email leads back to this doctor in Pensacola, Florida, that's been accused of prescription fraud and insurance fraud to pay for those fake prescriptions. What he did was he stole another doctor's prescription pad, wrote prescriptions to himself for some narcotics that he was hooked on, and then instead of paying for them with cash, right, he actually used someone else's insurance, right, and he's facing 24 years in a federal penitentiary. There's a federal case on him, which he was supposed to actually. He pled guilty, and he was supposed to be sentenced, but his attorneys kept asking for continuances. For continuances during the year 2020, and then we found out that because of COVID, when COVID hit, he ended up changing his plea from guilty to innocent, and that means that they're going to go to trial. And because of COVID, the trial was not going to start until sometime in 2021. Apparently, I think maybe the trial may be going on right now. I have no clue what's going on. He has not been on YouTube as much as he used to be. So he's either, the trial's either started or he's preparing for it with his lawyers, and it's going to start soon. I don't have any more information. Maybe the Lycan Theory girlfriend will share that with me, and I can update you folks. It's not a big deal either way. Like, this guy doesn't bother me really anymore. He tries to, but he doesn't. But that's the story. So, the Mad Shangy's girlfriend found out who he was, right? And when that happened, I had to remove this guy. Oh, no. We didn't know that Ronaldo was the same person, right? So Trim Hits we realized this doctor and trim hits are the same person, right? Then all of a sudden, I know I used to be friends with this guy that's still a part of the Lycan theory arena, ODN, right? Old Dirty Ninja, right? And he became friends with Ronaldo because ODN's kind of like a troll and so is Ronaldo, so they got along, right? Well, ODN and Ronaldo, they both like to play PlayStation 4, right? Online, right? And in order to connect on PlayStation, Ronaldo had to give ODN his email, right? And when Ronaldo gave ODN his email on PlayStation, it led back to a channel called Puffacush Joker, which was a known trim hits channel, right? And right then and there, ODN reached out to me. It's like, dude, there's something really weird about this Ronaldo guy. Dude, like, do you know about this Puffacush Joker channel? And I was like, at that moment, I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's a known trim hits channel. Dude, he gave me that email to connect with him on PlayStation. And I'm like, ODN cracked the case, right? ODN cracked the case. I'm like, oh my God. Ronaldo Smith-Jenkins is trim hits, and they both are the doctor, right? I was like, oh my God, this is breaking news, right? I went live. I'm like, and when that happened, it triggered this Ronaldo Smith-Jenkins character, who we know now is both Ronaldo, Trim, and the doctor, right? It triggered him so much to the point of where he started coming at me. He came at me in my real life. He attacked my family. He attacked, when I used to sell insurance as a self-employed independent contractor for the company I worked for. He attacked my brother. He attacked my Facebook business friends and personal friends. He doxed me. He did all this crazy stuff, right? Because he was trying to run me off of YouTube because we exposed who he was. He was out here harming people, right? So that's how we found out who he was, right? Next thing you know, like several months later, this is in the middle of 2020. I'm working with the Lycan Theory girlfriend to, handle this situation. We had another thing we're working on, a restraining order on another creator, and that doesn't need to be mentioned because that situation's been resolved. But then, as this doctor guy kept coming at me, this woman, the Lycan Theory girlfriend, already had a restraining order, and she was sharing with me, how to, properly fill out the forms and this and that, right? Okay. So that's what happened. Let me read the chat and see what else is going on here. Queen says, at Guy Friendly, the so-called doctor did some bad things you don't want to know about. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, he did. Guy Friendly says, don't doctors have a code of ethics? Well, they do. It doesn't mean this guy followed them, bro. That's why we got restraining orders on him. He broke the law federally, man. He committed a federal crime. He's facing 24 years in a federal penitentiary. Right? Let me see here. Oh, yeah, this is what I was going to say as well. Next thing you know, a month or two later, the people that found out that this Trim Hits guy was a doctor were then all of a sudden retracting their statement, saying that it's not the doctor, right? Well, that side, the Matt Shangy, I forgot to mention one part. Throughout actually, this was like closer to 2019. Sorry, this happened in 2019, right? This was happening towards the end of 2019. I triggered Ronaldo to come on camera. I said, why don't you show your face, man? I show my face, put my name out there. Why don't you show your face? So he came out on camera and showed his face, but with a mask on. But you could see his eyes, and he was wearing, this wig, right, with curly hair, right? And what the Matt Shangy did was he superimposed a picture of this doctor he got online with the parts of the face that this Ronaldo guy showed when he came on camera, and it was an exact match. So it's definitively him, right? But then the Matt Shangy and his girlfriend and his side retracted that and said that Trim, Ronaldo, and the doctor are three different people. You guys have it wrong. Now, the reason why I feel they did that is because they didn't want the doctor to continue coming after them, especially Shangy's girlfriend. I wonder what Shangy thinks about it to this day. I'm curious, Shangy, if you're watching this, you want to do a video during you say it's your last season of doing the Mad Shangy show on YouTube. You want to come out and explain to us if you still feel that the doctor is three different people, or if you were just kind of playing it off. I'm curious to know, man. Inquiring minds want to know, right? So, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of all over the place with the story because I've mentioned it many times, but that's basically what this guy has done, right? Angels Asylum says, clap, Helen. Queen Helen Casey, hello, Angel. Angels Asylum, oh, you're talking about Trim. He's awesome, in my honest opinion. I love his music videos. He does some funny stuff. But Angel, you got to understand, this guy has multiple personas. He's a troll. He got popped for committing a federal crime. He's got money. He made plenty of money as a doctor, and he also has an inheritance. He's sitting in a nice home that he's renting in Pensacola, Florida, with his beautiful mid-40s Hispanic girlfriend, and he's trolling the internet all day because he has nothing better to do. So there are times where he'll create these videos as Trim hits, which Trim does some great work, right? He does. I will say, Doc, when you're Trim, you do great stuff. When you're Ronaldo, then, you've got your mean persona, right? This guy has multiple personalities out here, and he did that because he tried to fool people so they don't figure out who he is. But we figured it out, right? And because we figured it out, it's been triggering him ever since that time. He's been trying to get back at myself. Now he's trying to get back at the Like in Theory girlfriend because, like I said earlier on the stream, when I was on Like in Theory's panel last night, she asked me, Eli, before you go, who's Trim hits and Ronaldo Smith Jenkins? I says, Dr. blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to say it here because I don't want to, I don't want to give the guy anything to flag me on because he's looking for anything. Louis Flores says that the person that gave you the Sleeping Z only has no content. Of course. 8-Ball Jack, tell us how you helped Jamie and his internet wife. Go back and watch the stream from yesterday, 8-Ball Jack, and you'll hear about it. And it's been ongoing. All the streams I do, where I use them for example purposes at times, everything made sense. I have a feeling that here's the thing. This is the only thing I'm concerned about in that relationship. Because now this woman has become emotionally stronger because she feels she has someone she can confide in, right? And he's feeling the same way about her because he didn't have the greatest upbringing. His mother didn't give him the nurturing love that a kid needs. So she's fulfilling that void. They're fulfilling a void for each other, and it works. And I'm not saying that it can't work. I hope it does. But if I'm going to be real honest, my concern is that this is going to end up becoming a codependent relationship. I hope it doesn't. Ma'am, I'm not trying to talk smack. I'm sure you can understand why I'm saying that. Because you both are balancing each other out in things that you've been lacking in other areas, which is great. Okay, I hope it works, but I'm concerned that it may be a codependency thing. But yeah, her having him is giving her more confidence to not let these videos people are putting out regarding her to trigger her like they used to. She told me that, and I respect that. That's cool, man. And she's balancing out the missing nurturing love that he never got from his mother. I just talk about things. I can assess situations, and I can just use my intuition. and compare it to my personal experiences and my upbringing. And I just understand it. I get it, right? And he's been watching me for a while, so he knows, the topics I talk about. I'm not saying I directly helped him. I think it was indirectly. Okay? I think a lot of the things I did indirectly opened these people's eyes, whether they like me or not. That's all I'm saying. And I don't even want the credit. I'm just happy. I'm happy that things are starting to change for both their lives. Whether it includes me or not, that's irrelevant. I'm just happy for them. If they're happy, that's all that matters. The doctor of disguise says, Guy Friendly. Yep. The doctor is 3 people. Crazy. Yep. Dude, this was one. Man, let me tell you, this dude will wear you. He will wear the average person down. I'm a strong guy, right? I could have let this guy run me off of YouTube, right? This guy actually attacked my audience. He would, every time somebody would come in my chat, he would email them, show them all my past videos of where I said some hateful things by mistake on YouTube, and I apologize for them. Like he would just reach out to them individually and scare them away from my channel. This guy was literally out to destroy me and my family. He even created videos where he would say, Eli, jump off the Golden Gate Bridge, because I live in the San Francisco Bay Area near the Golden Gate Bridge, right? There's a lot that this guy did. And part of the reason why I'm sharing this is because most people would have run off or done something worse. I stuck through it, and I'm still here, and I'm still standing. And this guy, if I had to give him credit where credit's due, this guy's probably one of the most super trolls that ever resided on YouTube. This guy is somebody that he's a dangerous guy. Now, he says I'm dangerous, but come on. How am I dangerous compared to what this guy's done, right? And that's for all of you folks to decide on your own. Guy Friendly, I'm strapped in, QHC. Guy Friendly, this doctor sounds insane. He is insane. He absolutely is insane. He'll be going live later tonight. He'll be talking about this. He hasn't been streaming as much as he used to. He used to stream almost every day. This guy created literally like 300 videos of me, right? There were times where I was flagging down. I literally flagged down over 150 of his videos during 2020. There was a lot more stuff regarding myself that this guy put out, hateful things, right? And it took a lot of time to clean up most of what he's done. I'm still working on some things, but yeah, this guy put out fake stuff about me on sites like thedirty.com, and he created a site protect women from Eli or something like that. Like, this guy literally just was trying to destroy my reputation and my name. He thought he was going to get me to go away. He got people to call my brother and my mother. A lot of people, they called my brother and my mother. I never really mentioned that because it didn't matter. And I talked with my mother and brother back then. I still do to this day. They know about these people. They just ignore them, right? They really, look, this dude and other people in this drama sphere, they really came at me. DeRosa, you guys know the DeRosa Show channel. Now he goes by a grip on Life Coach DeRosa. DeRosa tried to get me swatted while I was doing a walking stream at my park. And he claims, he goes, well, you asked me to do it, right? Dude, I was joking. I was on the stream saying, hey, if you guys think I'm insane, then call the cops, right? And DeRosa took it literally. That shows where his state of mentality is, right? You know what I'm saying? I dealt with all this stuff, right? You guys, a lot of you that have been here saw it, right? But I'm still here, right? And again, part of the reason why I'm sharing this is because if you're going to be on YouTube, you've got to be strong. You got to have thick skin times 10, and you got to expect this. Now, most people don't get trolled as hard as this guy trolled me, right? But they get trolled pretty hard, right? And if you can't work through that and be strong enough to just understand that that's part of the game, you're not going to make it out here. You're not. You're absolutely not. Guy Friendly says he has 3 people and he wears a disguise and he follows Coach Eli around in the park. No, this is a different guy that followed me at the park. This was another guy that was a part of this same group. This doctor has been a part of this echo chamber. He wasn't necessarily a part of Jamie's channel, but when I say this echo chamber, it's not just Jamie. It's this doctor guy. It was a former guy that used to be a part of it called JB Gunner. The Mad Shangy was a part of it. Maybe he still kind of is. I mean, there were many different groups in this echo chamber. And so when I'm talking about getting swatted at the park, that was DeRosa who did that. And I got rid of DeRosa from my channel because he started trolling my channel and talking about very inappropriate things. And I warned him. I said, dude, listen, I'm a professional channel here, dude. I don't want that stuff, right? You want to do that stuff, you got to go on your own channel and keep that away from you. And now you see what the guy does. He creates videos about his private part, about his package, right? You know, the package below his waist, right? I don't want to say it and get demonetized here, right? I mean, think about how these people are. If you want to run a professional channel, like, those are not the right people to associate with, right? But how do you know whether they're the right people or not until you give them a chance, right? But with these people, you give them a chance. When they're not the right people, you remove them. And because they're mentally insane, right, then they come back at you, right? That's what happens, right? It was just a luck of the draw with the people I met. I met some pretty insane people out here on YouTube. That's just the way it goes sometimes. At Queen Helen Casey, I had a phone call and missed something. The doctor is 3 people. Yes, you can go back and watch the replay. No problem. Because the DVR is turned off. At 8-Ball Jack, yes, he is 3 people, says Queen. Guy says he is 3 people and he wears disguise. Okay, I already read that part. Sorry. That guy sounds effed up. He is 8-Ball Jack. He came after me too, says Queen. And yeah, he came after Queen. I wish I would have downloaded those streams you did, Queen. He came after Queen, and Queen would go live on her channel. And Queen was so triggered. It was funny. I'd go and mod her chat because she was getting trolled. But Queen was so triggered for like 4 hours straight about this guy. That's how effective this guy's trolling is. But Queen worked through it, and she knows how to have her back. And yeah, Queen, this guy is unlike any other person you've ever encountered in your life, huh? I mean, they even were messing with Queen's family and Queen's daughter. Like they tried to destroy my friendship with Queen. Like this guy tried to destroy all of my friendships with my moderators, and he was doing whatever he could to like completely deplete people from coming to my channel. That's what this guy did. Lewis Ford says, yes, this guy really big jackass. Yeah, he is. Guy Friendly says, I don't know how you keep track of all these different people. You're like, you must have a great memory. I'm not trying to say I'm all that, bro. I have a phenomenal memory. I do. If something happens, I remember it, bro. Bro, listen, part of being a good YouTuber, this is what I try to help people with, is storytelling, right? Part of connecting with your audience, regardless of what you do, life coaching, or whatever else you do, right? Storytelling is the way to get to the heart of your audience. What a lot of people don't understand is that it's called YouTube for a reason. It's about you, right? You don't make it all about you, but people are going to connect with you if you can relate with them. You share stories, right? You share experiences, right? And we all learn from those experiences, right? I take it one step further. If people need a little more hand-holding to work through some things within their personal or professional lives, that's what I do. But yes, I appreciate it, Guy. I can't even talk today. Guy, I'm thinking I have to wrap this up soon because in 91 minutes I'm going to be doing that walking stream. And I got to figure out what location I'm going to do it at today. Queen says yes. So, and the reason why at the beginning of the stream I was, singing that Starship song, okay, by Jefferson Starship or Starship, I'm not going to mention the name of the song because, I want to be respectful to the Like in Theory girlfriend, even though you can put two and two together, right? Okay? I was saying, no time is a good time for goodbye. Because that song, has the name of this woman, right? The first name, right? And so it makes sense in that aspect. And in another aspect, if you're a YouTuber and you want to be successful and people try to run you off of YouTube, they try to troll you off of YouTube, right? Okay. No time is a good time for goodbye. Because if you leave YouTube or go goodbye, like the song says, right? Then you're not going to reach your goals and you're going to be unhappy, right? No time is a good time for goodbye if you want to be successful on YouTube and be a great creator, be a successful creator. So wanted to kind of explain why I started off the show, singing that song by Starship. So here's the thing. And let me say this to you, doctor. All right, we know you're the doctor. You can keep on coming out here and saying that you're not the doctor, right? It's an old song, dude. If you were not the doctor, then why wouldn't the real doctor have, his attorneys challenge the restraining orders? There are 2 restraining orders on this doctor, right? That you say is not you, right? If somebody put a false restraining order on me, I would immediately call the courthouse and have it reviewed and get some attorneys involved, right? But that's not happening here, right? And then on your stream, you're saying, well, I try to tell this doctor guy, and he just hasn't done anything about it. Oh, okay. So you're trying to tell yourself to do something about it, right? Is that what you're saying, in other words, Ronaldo, right? I have another clip of this guy where he did a live stream. He deleted it after he did it, but I was screen recording. I have it still. Where somebody went into his chat and doxed the doctor's full name. And Ronaldo was on his Public as Joker account, but we knew it was Ronaldo, right? He was broadcasting live. And he got triggered when the full doctor's name was put in there. And he said, delete that, right? And somebody asked, is that Trim Hits? Somebody asked in the chat, and then Ronaldo on that stream was saying, no, if that was Trim Hits, he would come in under his Ronaldo Smith Jenkins account. Right then and there, the dude just tied Trim Hits and Ronaldo Smith Jenkins together, right? But see, at that point, I believe that was after, I can't remember, was that before or after ODN found out, who he was? I think it was right around the same time. The bottom line is this guy has made so many mistakes to try to separate his identities. And when he's live on the air, he's either high on something or drunk or something. Sometimes he doesn't realize the damning mistakes that he makes. Let me address one more thing for you, Doc. Doc, you in your chat were saying on your stream that, why won't this woman give up information that her and I shared throughout 2020? Why won't she give up information about me? You're saying that she has all this information on me. Well, let me tell you, bro, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to say exactly what we discussed, but I can tell you in general, everything that we discussed was regarding getting a restraining order on you and another person, right? That's all we discussed. Yes, there were some other things we talked about. And yes, I will say that some of the ways that things were done in my eyes, I didn't agree with certain things. That's as far as I'm going to go. But this woman is pretty ballsy. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying that there are chances I'm not willing to take that she was willing to take, right? At the end of the day, everything we did was for the better good because of what you were doing and other people were doing, right? Myself and this woman have never had any malice intentions or never had any malice intentions. I can only speak of when I was dealing with her. What she does with other people is on her. What the rest of you do with other people is on you, right? And what she does with other people is on her and them. But when it came to me working with her, right, everything that we did was for the better good, right? That's all, right? So here's the thing, bro. Even if she gave you everything, it's not stuff that you folks haven't talked about or put out publicly before. There's nothing left, bro. There's nothing left. There's nothing left to put out. I have mentioned everything, right? So you're spinning your wheels trying to find more information to try to troll me off of YouTube, bro. You've already put everything out there, right? You've already come at me IRL in real life, as much as you possibly can, right? And it didn't work. I'm still here. I wonder how many people are simulcasting me right now, because to only have 16 people here for this type of stream is pretty low. That just goes to show how much people want to hear what I have to say. And that's fine. I don't care. Whoever wants to be here wants to be here. It's not a big deal. I'm just saying that, this stream here, is a pretty big thing. So other people want a piece of it. And instead of coming here, right, they want to get their own piece of the pie by stealing someone else's work. That's not a big deal. Whatever. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. So yeah, there's nothing left, Doc. There's nothing left. The jig is up. It's time to move on. Prepare for your case, right? Try to work out something. Maybe become a better person, dude, and stop harming people. Stop attacking people because, you're unhappy that you got popped making a career-ending mistake, right? Doc, you tell me to own my stuff. I've owned everything. Why don't you own your stuff, dude? Why don't you own your stuff, bro? Stop coming out here and, saying that, no, you're not the doctor, right? But you keep talking about it, bro. You keep talking about it, right? Now you go from talking about me to talking about this woman, right? Because you're trying to become relevant again, dude. You're not relevant, bro. You're not. Queen says everything under the sun. That's part of me trying to life coach you, bro. Whether you care or not. You can still fix your life, bro. You can let all this go, right? Learn from it and move on, right? And maybe after your case, who knows? Maybe you'll just get probation. Maybe you won't get jail time. Maybe you'll be lucky. You spent a lot of money on your attorneys. Maybe they'll figure something out, right? I think you need to learn your lesson, but we'll see what happens. But let's say you get no jail time, dude. Why don't you come back out on YouTube and share your story and show your face and your real name? Come out here and be the doctor. I bet you'd get a hell of a lot more traction than you're getting now, bro. That's my life coaching tip for you. So I look forward to your stream later tonight. Ronaldo, we'll just call you Ronaldo. You can talk all the smack you want about me. It doesn't matter. But you wanted my attention, so I gave it to you, bro. There you go. And I also wanted to update folks what's going on and also share another story for people that are new here regarding what I've gone through the last year and a half and how much stress and agony I put myself, my family, and my friends and business contacts through. This guy attacked every aspect of my life, and I'm still here to live another day. I worked through it, folks. If I can do it, so can you. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up, folks. I'm going to be going live from somewhere outside my place, taking a walk at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. And let me just get back to the title again here. Give me a second here, folks. And the title of the stream is going to be taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically. Taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically. I have some great tips to share with you folks. Again, people have requested me to talk about some fitness topics, but to become fit and stay fit involves other aspects of your life to be in alignment. You know, you've got to be in a good place mentally and emotionally, and you have to. Well, let me share the information that I'm going to share on that stream for that stream. So that's that, folks. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'm just really hoping that after tomorrow, when we go on to Jamie's panel, that hey, this whole beef, this whole drama, shit show is just a done deal. I think we made a lot of headway last night, and I'm actually pretty proud with the way things are headed. Hopefully they continue heading that way. With that being said, have yourselves a great one. I'll see you folks in a little bit from my walk. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.